All right, but in that case, then let's just go ahead and jump into it. I'll forgo the recording for now. It's really hard to actually record at the same time that we actually do the sync up. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So we started the hospitality guild last week. Last meeting we had some issues with the internet. Today it seems much better. How's everyone doing?
Good.
As good as a Monday can be, I guess. Monday.com. Okay, so the idea is that the regular meeting is for 30 minutes on Thursdays. This particular week we made a change just to accommodate the issues with the internet. So I'll just go ahead and take a look at what we have down on Old Business first. And let's start with Dominic. Dominic, you want to start a motion to have a turn down service for late check-in guests, leaving note standard and towel art. Can you tell us a little bit more about this motion?
So yeah, sir, I think I will try this with Jogja first, and as what Om Rafiq already suggests, that we will ask the feedback from the guests, how they feel about that, and then I will get back to this again.
Okay, fantastic. All right, in this particular case then, as we don't have a secretary, Dominic, would you be able to write your commitments onto that particular guild paper? So by, this Thursday? Try to see if we get any good feedback for it. What we're looking for is a review mentioning the towel art or mentioning the turn down service, if people actually detected that. Okay, does anybody currently do turn down service here in Bali?
Yeah.
Okay, D1 does, and Fendi does, and Maha does. Or Maha's just not in.
Just texting. Yeah.
Okay. Maha, do you know what turn down service is?
Like what you want doing before. Right?
Yes. The fold over and the nice. Okay. Okay. All right, Dominic. Tell us what the results are, and we'll see if it's worthwhile to implement. To actually, well, most of us already do it here in Bali, actually. So the only person who needs to change, I guess, is Yvonne over here.
Yes.
Do you know how to do a turn down service?
No.
Okay. Dominic, still get us some facts. I'd love to see the results. If actually people say, "Hey, great! I thank you for putting in the turn down service for me." Yes, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Come on. Okay. All right. Rafik needs to skip because he's on air support too at the moment. So we'll continue with the rest of the meeting. Yes, sir.
We have the video button there.
We do. It's part of our workshop. It's actually part of a lot of new host training, I think. I'll tell you guys about this in a little bit. We have essentially a template for new host training, and turn down service and Airbnb tips and tricks are part of that. Okay, let's go to the second order of new business, or old business, is we have training templates. So this is a training template that has been created by Alvin and me, and this is in order to assist and get better fit with people who are coming on site as host candidates. Now, not everybody went through trials. In the early days, we didn't really have trials, we just threw you in. But in the future, we want to create a trial program for new candidates that teaches them all the things that we know, so that we can guide their training to be better. So basically, we set out the expectations at the beginning. We want to find people who can fit the work culture. They should have a skill fit, industry fit, and startup fit. We're really looking for passion here. We're looking, if you're passionate about something, then just do it. Don't talk about it. If you're keen to meet people, let's see if new people like to meet you. And if you want to learn and grow, then we should see improvement along the trial week. What I generally like to do at this point is we measure the candidate at the beginning of their trials and see what capabilities they have. Then we continue to give instruction and study material, and hopefully at the end of the trial you see some improvements. That indicates that the person can learn and can grow. If they don't have those potentials, then that's that. The current trial payment is essentially like this. The trial format is the first day is unpaid. So they show up, and if we like to continue the trials, then we have them continue. But if they just show up and we don't really even want to train them or do the trials, then we stop on the first day. The first day is really meant to just qualify them to see if they actually belong in trials or not. The 6-day pay trial is going down now because we have essentially getting more people coming in. So it's at $350 for the current hosts coming in. There is a learning resource here on how to make WhatsApp groups that Chris has made before. And there's materials on how we do meetings. There's basically the first step is they come in. I'd like to start most candidates in the afternoon. Anyone know why? Okay, afternoon's a little bit easier, right? They come in the morning, not everyone comes in on time, so they come in and then it's like, oh, what's going on? The office is empty. So in the afternoon, at least everything's already at like full strength. Usually right after lunch is a nice time. We go through the basics of like how to use the office, external monitors, ergonomics, office etiquette. That becomes the first half-hour program. Afterwards, we're looking for stuff from you guys, actually. So there's a mental endurance and patience part. That is the first chunk of what they do. So this is just anything that takes a lot of time for your bandwidth, either making WhatsApp groups or translations, maybe reaching out to future guests or checking bookings that Rafik used to do. So currently we're using adaptive translation, but for the next set, I would like to use something else because we'll evidently already work on translations every day. So if you have something that you would like a new candidate to work on, please let me know and we can insert this module with whatever is something that maybe, I don't know, whatever you is that you're like, oh, I hate doing this every day, then just put it here. And then there's a part that is review management. This part already needs to be updated because Yvonne currently does the reviews, but maybe Yvonne wants another hand or a second person to do that. So I've left that there, just so that there's a little bit more support. And then they get dinner and then they're done. So that's essentially the first day trial period for all hosts. The second day of trials, where they come back in and we teach them again on best practices using the computer. So first day trials, generally they use Mac and they're not very efficient, they don't know all the keyboard shortcuts. The next day we teach them, this is how you split screens, this is how you get good workflow, so you can get more things done in less time. Then, once again we hit them with an endurance exercise, it's still translation right now. And then we give them some, excuse me, this needs to be removed actually. We then give them some training material. So this will be essentially like Bukit Vista core values. This will be all these other orientation stuff. What are SLAs? What are OKRs? So that everyone coming in by the second day, they should know some of these things. Then the next step is that they go into a sync up, where they go into their squad and they go through the day. They plan their visits and they identify which guests they're going to meet. Then we do lunch, and then they go out all day and they visit the properties and meet the on-site teams and they wait for guests to check in. And this part's important when we need them to write down their observations and improvements. Probably not in the May one, but yeah, that one's needs to be updated. But we want to get in the habit, especially of new hosts, to be very observant. What you're looking for is people who can be trained easily. If they can't observe, then it's really hard to train. If you say, what's wrong here? You go, I don't see the problem. But if you go, what's wrong here? And they can see, yeah, there's something that isn't quite right. You know, the table has a little bit of dust, or you know, the bed hasn't been folded. I don't know what the Wi-Fi password, the bathroom spells. That's a good host. That's somebody who should be able to then protect their guests from issues that show up. Ideally a quiz, but sometimes I'm busy, so I don't usually do the quiz until the very last day. But that's like the format of really just figuring out if they actually studied this material well. Okay, so the next few days essentially progress the same. This currently is not a finished work. We need help from hosts to come up with material to put here. So I need all the hosts to think about what is it that you had the most challenges with. The goal is to essentially reduce the training pipeline from 6 months or 3 months down to about 2 or 3 weeks. So in order to have that, you need to essentially give a lot of experiential simulations, new people coming in, so that they're facing with all the most difficult challenges in the shortest amount of time possible. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, great. I want to open up discussion about this. Does anybody have anything that they'd like to say about this? Does it work? Because this is good HR feedback. Anybody? Okay, to Yvonne.
Do we teach them to take reservation?
No. Reservations is a very, very long process, actually. I generally do not want to teach anybody on how to do reservations until after they pass trials, because reservation is a very long coaching process. This is basically a selection process. So selection is meant to just essentially eliminate candidates who aren't very serious or don't have much capacity or don't really want to grow or want to be confused. This is meant to screen out people who do that. But in part of that screening process, we can add and get some work done for ourselves that are process involvement type work. All right. So that's all it is. Okay, Tetendi?
I think I have suggestion.
Mhm.
How about if before they go home, before the dinner, we make the hospitality simulation, right? We give like a 5 case every day.
Like homework every day. So
Yeah.
before you go home, study these. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. I'd like to add that as a module in for basically training. We give them, like the way we did reservation rehab. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Okay. Like the way we did reservation rehab. We just tell them what all these difficult cases have been with overbookings, upset guests, upset owners, and then we ask them, what would you do? And then we can see what the results are the next day, and you can compare with your own results that you wrote down. Yeah? Okay. All right. Great idea. Any other ideas to make this a document that's going to be more helpful? Okay, to Gabby or to Dominic? Maha?
Not yet, sir.
Okay. Maha?
Before go home, check for tomorrow reservation.
Okay. Great. Check for tomorrow's reservation. But how do we know if they checked it? How do we know that they checked it correctly? What's the output of the work? If I ask, hey, Maha, can you check the reservations? Maha says, yes, I checked them. What was I checking for exactly, and what's the output? So we need to be able to see what is it that they checked.
So check tomorrow, maybe when this Ibu so tomorrow how many guests again, and maybe so they know what
Oh,
to do.
got it. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Like
Okay.
that we do in the evening.
All right, got it. So before they finish the day, they should definitely have a plan for what they're going to do tomorrow. I did that with Dea, actually. Dea ultimately dropped out, but I did set up her next day before the end of the current day. Just want to let everyone know that this document will always be changing, as you can see, because as we hire more people, some of the roles will be covered already, so we'll need new tasks and new jobs for the candidates to work on. And as you can see, some of the observations are from May, so those need to be updated too as well. Okay, any info from Rafik? Training programs for new candidates coming on site for hosts. So essentially, it's a 7-day training program. First day is essentially for first day. I want to screen out as many people as possible on the first day because it's a really big waste of time bringing people in that are not a fit. So the first day, I just want to stack up as much pain as possible, so that if you don't want to be here, you know right away I don't want to be here, right? And that doesn't have to like take too long to determine that. So the rest of the days are a little bit more instructive and a little bit more building expertise. Okay, why is this important? Because currently we actually have different phases. We have different cohorts of people who have joined the company. So okay, Rafik and Tendy were part of the first group. Maha and Iwan were part of the second group. Iwan, Val, and Dominic. Dominic was part of the third group, I think. So each group of people have actually had different amounts of training and different amounts of orientation to this. So this is meant so that everyone who joins the company won't be behind OKRs, they won't be behind on SLAs, they won't be like, what's a Maslow pyramid, how do I use a Maslow pyramid, so that everybody should be on the same page. Okay, so that was my first order of business. Have we finished all the discussions on this yet? Okay, then let's go ahead back up to here. I think there was a few good suggestions. Let's see. Dominic, can I trouble you to be the secretary? Can I nominate you to be secretary? Okay, fantastic. Can we put Tendy's comments and Maha's comments that they should review the work for the next day? And Tendy asked they need to also review the post simulations, which we will provide. Okay. Right, so take the trial program and post it on paper. Okay, let's go up the opposite side now. Now, where are the simulations? Thank you, everybody who actually participated. The simulations are meant to actually do this. We're meant to create as much difficult cases as possible in the shortest amount of time. I know a lot of hosts when they come on site, they're not always busy. They just come here and then they maybe work on a few things. But ideally, we should have a host in the first 6 days be super busy. They should be thinking about every difficult case. They should be confronted with, like, you can pretend to be an angry guest and just drill them. Just be like, okay, I'm angry because of this, this, and this. What are you going to do for me? Just put them in that situation, and then you can see how they respond. If they go, then that's not the person you want standing by your side, and that's not a person you want to trust who goes out in the field. But if they get their stuff together, they can calm down, they can kind of explain things, then that's a person you know I can probably deal with also upset guys. So the simulations are meant to be hard. The simulations are meant to be challenging with real world challenges. Realistic as possible. And in fact, worst case. Generally, when we bring in people, we bring them in on the best circumstances. Like they don't do too much, they can kind of relax. The more senior people will handle the difficult cases. I'm hoping to move the more difficult cases to newer people, and senior people can move more towards leadership things, like developing these programs. So this is the idea. We've all contributed a few ideas here. This one, I need a lot more. I need a lot on this. I need probably this times 6 more. All right. So just really think about all the historically challenging cases that you've had. All the cases where you're like, I wish I had a really, really good person to help me today. And those are this is the way that we're going to know that those are the right people. So the simulation will work like this. Everybody will just write on this. You'll write how you solved it, what do you learn, classification. When we give it to the candidate, we'll delete these 2 columns, and we'll just say this is the case, how do you solve it? Yeah. All right? This is the case, what would you have learned from this case? And that way we can see what the candidate says. If they say something that's completely different, then you know, why do you think that way? All right? Okay, so once again, this is my MVP. Yeah. Once we get the MVP done, we'll have more of these created, and then we'll see how they work with the candidates. Okay, our new candidate today is actually Rian. So he's going to come in at 3 o'clock today, and these are some of the things I'd like him to work on as well. Yes, he came here to audition before. He accepted the temp contract, and now he will start at 3 o'clock today. Yeah, so great. Okay, so for this particular part, I think we can, if you haven't filled it out, please fill out the rest of this. It's very valuable training material that we can use for future hosts. Okay, so Mrs. Secretary, let's keep that on new business until I think we get more entries into it. I'm looking for input from Dominic, Gabby as well. Next one. Next one is a matter of new business brought up by Rafik, who will handle review management. How does it work? Rafik, please speak on it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So this part I want to what is called to make it clear who will be the review management and how his work is mean, because I will describe the bad review and then good review to the owner. For example, you can make it order and you can share it on the Google Drive. So from now, who's the handling of the review management now? Who's taking care of the review management? Because I saw it. So many, I think it's 18, 12, it's not review yet.
Okay.
So I need to more clear what the review management.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, Rafik has asked for clarity on review management. Does anybody have like to open this discussion? Okay, to Elon.
Actually, I am the one who takes review, but lately, maybe for the last week, my work has been busier than usual, so the review gets stuck. But I'm trying to clear it one by one every day.
Can Night Shift take care of review management too as well? No?
Too much
already.
We
Yeah.
don't cover all.
Okay,
I
alright.
think I mean,
Yeah, okay. We need a system, not just a person, right? So what is the system? I think Rafik's asking for a system, how to actually organize it.
So this is my advice. So I will create a Google Drive. So it's called reviews management 2019, and I will share to all, and you can put the review on there. I will make it 2 sub of the review and the review. When you put it the review, mark the name and the property and its account.
Okay. That might, okay. I would like to do this. I'd like to put a subcommittee, including myself, Rafik, and Ivan, on review management. We currently have enough people, but we do need a system that actually is well thought out. Okay. So, do you accept the nomination to be in the subcommittees? Okay, great. Let's have this done and report back to the hospitality group by this Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Mrs. Secretary, can you write down that Jing, Rafik, and Ivan will create a review management subcommittee, and we're going to figure out who's going to do the reviews and how they should be done. All right. And we need to report back before Thursday of this week. Okay, fantastic. Next item of new business is Rafik making a video about guest satisfaction, all squads.
Yeah.
Rafik, can you tell us more about this?
You know, this is interesting exactly, but because before me and Raka is make is very good video about the satisfaction of the guest, even though the problem of the guest.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So the guest is overbooking, so I make a video of them how we solve it. Maybe I will try to asking Raka where we put it, so we can upload it on the YouTube.
Okay.
So the candidate will know it on site how to handle the overbooking. This is a suggestion.
Oh, that's a great idea. So
Yeah.
you'll document overbookings.
Yeah,
Will you document the entire process of you walking in and say, hey, excuse me, we're gonna have to do a training material here.
I do it. That I do. Because after solve, you can ask Raka. After solve and
Yeah.
everything is solved, and because Raka is bring a camera, I tell the guest, hey, I want to make a video about the overbooking. Okay. From the first I come in, that is a Mega homestay.
Okay.
Mega homestay, and then the most interesting is the last.
Your video in the simulation, yeah, he said no
Yeah.
problem, right? Yeah.
No problem because I booked 6 nights, I got 2 nights. Thank
No
you,
problem.
Bukit Vista, no problem.
Okay. All right. So there's essentially a motion. Rafik, I think this is actually pretty easy. Why don't you just appoint one host or Gabby or whoever is with you in Canggu normally to just video you the next time that you have a overbooking.
Yeah.
Can that be the easiest
Yeah.
way? Okay. So I need to nominate Gabby. Gabby, your video is turned off.
Because my screen is having
Oh, I see.
sensors.
Okay.
I can
Alright.
see. I can hear you.
Okay. How long is it before you expect the next overbooking? Rafik?
We have an overbooking this month.
Okay. One a month. Wow, we used to have 6 a day. That's easy now. We used to have 7. Okay, do we know what date is happening?
Wait.
Okay, you do know. Okay, do we know if it's happening before this week or the end? 4th of August. Okay, so not soon enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, on the. Do you anticipate we'll have an overbooking before the 4th of August?
Because I don't see it. I
Okay.
don't see it overbooking.
Okay, just insert whatever.
Okay. Let me just ask a question because we need to document this. How often does an overbooking happen now? Once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week? Once a month.
Once a month.
Wow!
It's not really.
We used to get hundreds a month. Wow.
Yeah, it's rare now.
Oh,
Is it
that's-
overbooking, sir?
yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Pre-approve everything.
Is this even like if it's so rare, then is it even like something candidates need to be trained on? So still trained, because it's hard. It's hard,
Yeah,
right?
it's hard.
Okay. All right. So let's just say August 4th. Can I ask Gabby and Rafik to, do you plan to solve it before August 4th or do you plan to solve it live?
Depends, sir. If
Live
it's
is
happening
better.
live on the
Okay.
day, it's
Because
live.
it's only move from Rakarai to Kakwa.
Okay, all right. Can I have you guys on August
Yeah,
4th
yeah,
do this, right? I'd like
Okay.
Gabby and Rafik to team together and film the overbooking resolution process. So I guess this is a little bit of reality TV. So somebody's gonna go document this with a camera and say, sorry, you've been overbooked, and we're gonna film.
Make sure you don't take off. Take off.
Just do
Can
it.
we do that like a vlog?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just film it, and then that way a future candidate can see what an overbooking actually looks like. Yeah. And what are the ways to resolve it? Okay, so August 4th. Can I appoint Gabby? I'd like to nominate Gabby and Rafik to produce a video by August 5th, yeah? The next day, showing us what this overbooking resolution looks like.
Okay.
Okay.
I accept the nomination.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Rafik. Gabby, can you do you accept the nomination? Okay, great. So August 5th, we'll get to see this beautiful video and we'll see what it looks like live. I think that'll be very revealing. Okay, next matter of business. Okay, Mrs. Secretary, we can move that part over to the old business, and we can also move review management over to old business as well. Next part is new business, Ivan, on having a unique Indonesian snack that foreigners might like, soba and teh botol. Ivan, what do you think? Okay, over to you.
So some guests are tired after their flight or
Yeah.
after their trip and
Yeah.
everything. I think by giving them like this cheap snacks,
Okay.
it's not that expensive, but
Yeah.
by giving it to them, they will be be like this, they will be happy.
Okay.
It will make their tiredness gone.
Okay, I have a motion for this. Why don't we just bring in a box of soba and teh bottle here, and then whenever you feel like you need it, don't eat it yourself.
No. I think it will become before we host.
No, I think it's
We need to have discipline.
Soba is no.
No?
Soba is
People
mixing.
eat it.
Make
Oh, it has the MSG.
Give a healthy.
Tapi,
No, this snack is expensive.
No, it's like you know, we have a.
Okay, I need a suggestion. If not soba, then what are we gonna put on?
Bang bang.
Bang bangs?
Chocolate
Okay,
over.
bang bangs. Any other ones? Any other suggestion? Bang bangs are kind of nasty. It's nasty to me.
yang bener yang
With
kayak
caramel.
otong,
Ah, feedback, soy bar, feedback.
Those are expensive, yeah.
Advice is not the food,
Okay.
but the small bottle of water. So no. If you give is more water is it's more.
But it's not iconic. You won't remember the water, right?
Yeah.
So they give you a bottle of water. So we want them to remember us.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean the point of giving it to them is to
telepon.
take home.
Oh, yeah, come on!
No.
That's hard to get fresh coffee.
Yeah.
Also, it's hard to bring everywhere.
Yeah, you make the small one.
It's to introduce.
Okay. There's a suggestion for bang bang. Wait, one speaker at a time. Do you have any suggestions? Yes, attendee.
Kayak kembali nih snack. Like
Okay, can we get it reliably?
Oh.
Ya, just of untuk pribadi.
Okay, great. So there's a suggestion for bang bang. There's a suggestion for
Balinese cake.
Bali Jajan Bali. Okay. Is there any other suggestions?
Stack bang bang.
Snake bang. Okay, so bang bang again.
Bang bang.
Bang bang. Okay, so let's go to a vote. Let's decide on what we're gonna do. All in favor of using bang bangs? Please vote. Okay, do I have a second on bang bang? Yes, you could. Especially Dion was a second on the bang bang idea. Okay, Tendy's idea, Balinese snack. Do I have a second on that?
No.
Okay, there's no second on that. All right, so
I
it's,
second that.
okay, Eve, Gabby and Dominic seconded it. So it goes on the list. And then, there's a motion to remove soba from the list. Do I have a second or, okay, all right, soba is good. Motion to remove. Let's go down the list. All in favor of removing soba, please vote now. Okay, pretty much everybody doesn't want soba. Okay, soba is off the list now. Mrs. Secretary, let's take that off the list. Okay, do I have a second for teh bottle?
Second that.
Okay, it's been seconded by Gabby. Let's move. Is there any discussion about teh bottle? Okay, yes. Okay, Val, what's the discussion on teh bottle?
I think it's better to change the teh bottle to teh kotak.
Ah, teh
No,
bottle.
the teh botol yang
Okay,
kotak.
one at a time. Would you like to be recognized?
No, I mean, we have
Okay, all right. Yvonne's recognized. Go
we
ahead.
have a Tetra Pak for the teh bottle, not the bottle one, but the kotak one. Teh botol kotak. Yeah, the small one.
Confusing.
Is that an amendment to? Okay. Any other discussion? Is there any more discussion?
But,
Okay, back to Yvonne.
Me.
and
Okay,
also,
Yvonne, go ahead.
also, I think the bottle will be too hard to bring. Like if we have 11 check-in, we will bring 11 teh bottles in the. Like it will be, yeah,
Maybe crash.
and it
Just give it to the ones that you think are good.
Maybe the long stay, the longest stay.
Yeah, use it selectively. I just pick like one or two guests a day. I think don't take too many. Yeah.
Can.
Because I can't supply a limited amount. Either. Okay. Okay. Any other discussion to Gabby?
No sir, already asked by Ivan actually.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. To Rafik.
So I want to asking to Ivan or everybody here, which guest should we give to this one?
This is a separate discussion. Yeah. Okay. That's new business.
Oh, new-
yeah,
okay,
that's
sorry.
new business. Yeah.
Sorry, okay.
That's a good. We're just planning the menu right now, so we can go live, and then when it goes out. Otherwise, we keep on talking.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're picking the menu. Is there any more discussion about teh bottle?
No.
No. Okay. All in favor of having teh bottle as being part of our iconic, unique Indonesian snack? Please vote now. One. Okay. Be quiet. That's why one discussion at a time during a meeting. Okay. So, All in favor of having teh bottle as part of our unique Indonesian snacks, which we can present to guests, please vote in favor now. Raise your hand. Okay. All right, there you go. Got one. Okay. And all against, please raise your hand. Okay, pretty much everyone's against. Okay, doesn't go on the list. I love teh bottle, by the way. But
Yeah.
okay.
It was yours. I just hit right.
Was it mine? Okay. Yeah. All right. Anyway, all right. Teh bottle's off the list. Okay. The next one, Balinese snack. I don't know what they're gonna do in Jogja, but okay. Balinese
Japanese snack.
Balinese snack. So, let's see. Okay. Is there any discussion about Balinese snacks? Okay. All in favor of having Balinese snacks as part of our gifts for unique Indonesian snacks? Please vote in favor now.
Me.
Okay, okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's 3. All against, please vote now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 against. Okay, so that leaves Balinese snacks is off the line. Mrs. Secretary, let's go ahead and delete that. The last one is essentially Bang Bang. Is there any discussion about Bang Bang? Okay, if there's no discussion, let's go to the vote. All in favor of Bang Bang being on the list, please vote now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all right. All against, please vote now. 1, 2. Okay, 3. Okay, that's 4 against 3, so Bang Bang stays on the list. Okay, so Bang Bang will be, for the moment, our snack that we offer guests to experience the Indonesian snack. If you have any other ideas, please include it as new business for the next Hospitality Guild session.
Yeah.
If you have an idea of how we're going to distribute, please also include it. What I will do next is I will buy a box of Bang Bangs and I will put it up there, and you will be shamed if you take it and eat it yourself, right? We'll ring the bell every time somebody takes it and eats it. That's the guess. And then we'll put the ones that we eat up in the front. Okay? Or up in the back. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
we'll have
think
different areas. Yeah.
If someone take it and eat by themselves, will be turned off the fan. Ask Google over there.
Turn off the fan if somebody takes it out. Or we'll just play a warning. We'll get Google Home to trigger a warning. That's for guests. That's for guests. Okay. All right. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. This is the most fun guild there is. Okay. Okay. So we went over time a little bit by 5 minutes. The next meeting will be on July 4th. On July 4th, we'll come back with next Thursday. This Thursday will be the 11th. Yeah. So it'll be July 11th. Does anybody want to be the next chair? Anybody want to be the next chair? Okay, Rafik has volunteered to be the next chair, so we'll pass it to. Okay, Rafik has volunteered. Does Rafik have a second? Does anyone? Okay, Rafik's been seconded. That's the chair for the next. Okay, the next secretary, Rafik. Who would you like to appoint for your secretary? Who would you like to nominate for your secretary? Tendi. Okay, Tendi, do you accept the nomination?
Yes.
Okay, Tendi accepts the nomination. Okay, and the next recorder, Tendi, who do you want to record the session?
Yes. But I'm not sure.
Who do you want? Somebody else.
Maha.
Okay, Maha, do you accept the nomination? Maha knows how to do it too. Yeah, he's been on squad one for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So we'll see everybody on Thursday at 11 Bali time, and we'll try to keep the thing in 30 minutes. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye, Dominic.
Bye-bye, sayang.
Bye-bye saya.
Oke, masuk